This episode of Destructoid is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook at audiblepodcast.com/Destructoid.
Coming up on Destructoid, Android users finally get something. Anything. GameStop is invading your consoles, Bulletstorm teaches you silly ways to murder people, Capcom pulls a Zynga, and we desperately, desperately want you to call us. All this and more coming up on Destructoid.
Welcome everyone to Destructoid. I'm Tara Long.
And I'm Max Scoville. Damn, it smells like Updog in here.
What's up, dog?
Gee, not much, homegirl, except we've got a Destructoid hotline now. The number now displayed on your screen. That's our number. You can call that. It's 775-553-8643, or just 77-555-DTOID. So now instead of commenting on our videos, you can call us up and yell at us.
Yeah, and try to keep the sexual voicemails to a minimum, guys. We're sick of hearing that stuff, especially Max.
Leave it at the heavy breathing, that's fine.
No, that's great, actually.
Anyway, you should call us up this weekend and say hi, because seriously, it's gonna go straight to voicemail because I'm gonna be out drinking heavily and wearing a NASCAR flag as a cape.
And I'm gonna be at home alone listening to the voicemails, pretending that someone loves me.
Well, I'm sure lots of people love you, but seriously, you should call up, and next week we're gonna put some of those voicemails on the show, so yeah. Go nuts with that.
Go nuts with it. In the meantime, Jim Sterling's got one of those review roundup things for us.
Yeehaw!
We kicked off this week with a rather large and controversial review, Little Big Planet 2. Despite saying the game was good and recommending a purchase, gamers around the web were furious because we gave it a 7.5, which is, well, what the game deserves. It preserved all the good stuff from Little Big Planet, but preserved all the bad parts too, like dodgy platforming and random load times. A good game, but not quite brilliant. Maurice Tan reviewed CSI Fatal Conspiracy, giving it a 5.0 and dubbing it the pinnacle of mediocrity. A game that wasn't bad, but was so utterly lacking in anything worthy of attention that it was as if Telltale knew, somehow, that nobody was going to buy it. He did say it was 1,000,000 times better than Terminator Salvation though. Speaking of better things, Nick Chester reviewed Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. Nick said it was a little too linear, but praised its freshness and the compelling nature of its story, rating this quirky adventure game a well-deserved 8.5. Finally, Destin Legary reviewed a space shooter for $2, which got an 8 for being fun, cheap, and simple. Pretty much what all PlayStation Minis should be, right? Not $10 Tetris, for God's sake.
That Jim, always the charmer. And moving on to today's top stories, I have some good news for Android owners, which is awesome because frankly I'm sick of talking about iPhones. I'll never have one. Starting in February, Android users are going to have access to a free 7-day trial for the first Games on Demand service for the Android. Xen's Gametanium service, I love that name, will offer 24/7 access to over 100 games for a monthly subscription fee, along with featured content, recommendations, ratings, trailers, and new games that are going to be added every week. It's too early to tell right now if the games are going to be any good, but for the time being, I'm at least excited. Things are finally looking up for old Tara Long. I've had my Android phone for probably a year now. There hasn't been many good games for it. But actually, on Monday's show, we're going to be doing a top 5 segment on my favorite Android games, so stay tuned for that.
Well, shit, I'm really glad that I have a BlackBerry Curve.
Yeah,
that's helpful.
You're behind the curve.
Moving on, here's a story about some majorly obnoxious assery on the part of Capcom. Check it out. You guys have heard of Splosion Man, right? It was put out by Twisted Pixel Games last summer, or summer of 2009 on Xbox Live Arcade. Well, have you checked out Maxplosion? Because it's the same fucking game, except it's for the iPhone. It's even got like the same soundtrack. Oh, no, it gets worse. Michael Wilford, Twisted Pixel CEO, said that they actually pitched Splosion Man to Capcom about publishing it, and Capcom said no. Recently, Capcom apologized for this, saying that they were saddened that this happened, and that their mobile division hadn't known about the original pitch. They realized that they're going to have to earn back their fans' trust. When Twisted Pixel asked if they were pursuing legal action, Wilford said, "We're too small to take on a company like Capcom. That, and we owe them one for inventing Mega Man, so we'll let it slide. I just hope that they're not counting on the fact that the indies can't fight back." They're really cool guys. I like them. They're fun. Capcom, on the other hand, you're on timeout. I'm very disappointed in you. I'd expect this from Zynga, but you guys are better than this. You're going to have to publish something really, really unique to make up for this. And in Twisted Pixel, I suggest you guys get to work on one of the following games: Turbo Man Z, Residents of Evil, or maybe Mega Alleyway Brawler 2 Ultra.
Wouldn't hold your breath on those, Max. In the meantime, Sega has officially confirmed the Dreamcast Collection for Xbox 360 and PC. Yay! It'll be launching in North America on January 22nd and will include the games that have been released on XBLA, along with Sonic Adventure, Crazy Taxi, Sega Bass Fishing, and Sega Space Channel 5 Part 2.
Hey, you know what else is coming out on January 22nd? Bulletstorm!
Yeah.
We just got some new footage of the new Skillisode. It's an episode of Skills. Get it? See, in Bulletstorm, they want you to shoot dudes as creatively as possible, so this is showing off a couple of the moves.
You sound incredibly enthusiastic.
You know what, Tara? I'm not enthusiastic. Fuck it. I'm sure Bulletstorm is going to be really fun, but it's going to be fun in that way that popping bubble wrap is fun. I'm going to be sitting there, and I'm going to be doing it, and I'm going to be thinking, why is this fun? Why am I doing this? The game's got some really cool stuff in it. It's got vomit, it's got dinosaurs, it's got shooting people in the face. I just don't care. And I'm pretty sure it's because of Cliffy B. He's the head of Epic Games, and he's worked on Unreal Tournament and Gears of War, and those are both fun games, but there's just no style. I'm sorry. You guys get mad at me for no reason. You've never met me, but I don't like Cliffy B, and I've never met him. So unlike Jonathan Holmes, who says that he doesn't like that obnoxious action shit with the hot chicks and the red meat and the beer and the video game guns and shit, I think he's totally right when he says Gears of War is a meathead game. I mean, they're guns with chainsaws on them. What are you, fucking 12? This is a serious game? How many games of Keystone Ice beer pong did Cliffy B lose before he came up with that idea? Let me wrap this up for you. You know how Dane Cook's jokes aren't funny, that they're just loud? That's Cliffy B's games. They're not cool. There's just a bunch of crazy shit happening at once. There's so much shit happening that you don't even notice that you're not playing a video game. You're just playing a parody of a video game.
I had no idea that you felt so passionately about Cliffy B.
I hate the faux hawk, man.
Would reading about some audiobooks cheer you up? What's your favorite book, Max?
I'm perfectly fond of Great Expectations on audiobook, actually.
You know where you can find that?
Tell me.
Audible.com. It's the leading provider of downloadable audiobooks and spoken word entertainment. Audible has over 75,000 titles to choose from to be downloaded to your iPod or MP3 player and played back anywhere, anytime. You can choose from books in every genre, including science fiction, thrillers, drama, comedy, dramedy, business, history, and more. Go to audiblepodcast.com/Destructoid to get a free audiobook download of your choice when you sign up today. Again, that's audiblepodcast.com/Destructoid for your free audiobook. And back to the news. GameStop has announced plans to team up with Microsoft and Sony in an effort to connect your GameStop account with your Xbox Live and PSN accounts. According to GameStop's digital business GM Sean Freeman, they hope to streamline the process of buying games by offering DLC for purchase in their stores in addition to online, and then pushing that content straight to your download queue. This is interesting because I imagine it's going to benefit pretty much all parties involved. It's good exposure for Xbox and PlayStation. I just can't shake the feeling that they're kind of taking a step back in technology by pushing in-store products. I don't see it as a sustainable, profitable venture, considering the entire draw of the internet is that it allows us to conflate technology and laziness in such a way that you can be that guy who sits on his beanbag chair for 8 hours a day playing, Red Dead Redemption and ordering from Domino's.com.
Well, you know what, Tara? I'll be honest with you, Domino's.com is really the closest thing we have to downloading a pizza so far, so...
That's true. I'm waiting for strides in that industry. In the meantime, that is actually all for today's show.
You guys like my suit? Oh, wait.
Like
No. That's not all. You're a liar, Tara Long.
It's not? Oh, right. Yes, we have a contest. Our contest to win a copy of Tron Evolution for the PSP, along with 2 Supervillain Studios t-shirts, is still going on, but it ends tonight at midnight. I point my finger a lot in this show. I don't know why. If you haven't entered yet, you can do so by following @SBS Games on Twitter and then tweet, quote, well, with no quotes actually, follow @SBS Games to win hashtag Tron Evolution for the PSP from the hashtag Destructoid Show. Unfortunately, the contest is for U.S. residents only, so be aware of that. Anything else to add, Max, before we head? You took my cup!